What if the things that broke you were never accidents? What if every delay, rejection, and heartbreak was part of a quiet design you just couldn't see yet? The universe isn't random, it's always responding to who you're becoming. You weren't forgotten. You were being shaped. In this video, we'll explore a timeless truth that Buddhism has whispered for centuries. Nothing is coincidence. Every moment is part of a deeper unfolding meant to guide you, awaken you, and lead you back home to yourself. So ask yourself, what if the pain had a purpose? Before we dive in, subscribe to Insightful Journey, where every video opens a doorway to calm, clarity, and Buddhist insights you won't find anywhere else. Plus, there's a powerful bonus lesson at the end. Don't miss it. Let's begin. 1. The moment that broke you was the moment that opened you. In every life, there's a time when everything falls apart. A word spoken, a door slammed, a silence that stretches too long. It feels like you've been shattered, though there's no noise, only the tremor deep inside. Why does the soul often awaken only after it's been broken? The ancient teachers say, the wound is where the light enters, not as metaphor, but as truth. Picture a simple clay pot, whole and silent. Then it cracks. Suddenly, light pours through. The same pot that once held water now glows. This is the unseen gift of being broken. You weren't destroyed, you were opened. Buddhism teaches us that suffering isn't punishment, it's an invitation. An invitation to see more deeply, feel more honestly, and live more awake. The first noble truth says life contains suffering, but the second reminds us suffering has a cause and a purpose. When we resist pain, we tighten, but when we breathe with it, listen to it, something begins to shift. Take a moment now, close your eyes, breathe into what still aches. Not to fix it, but simply to feel it. What is it trying to tell you? What lesson has waited quietly behind that hurt? Many spend years trying to erase pain, forget betrayal, undo loss. But what if the very moment that brought you to your knees was actually when your spirit began to rise? Not loudly, not suddenly, but deeply and truly. On my own path, I remember when someone I trusted walked away without a word. I was left with questions and an emptiness full of silence. But in that space, something remarkable happened. I met myself, not the version I showed the world, but the self beneath the masks. Slowly, clarity came like moonlight on still water. What pain cracked you open? What strength quietly rose from the silence afterward? Write it down, hold it gently. This isn't weakness, it's your sacred rebirth. If this message resonates with you, take a moment to like this video, subscribe for more Buddhist reflections, and share in the comments. What moment transformed you? What would you have done different? Or did it all happen just as it should? Remember this, nothing is coincidence. Life is not random. Everything you lost, everything that broke you, didn't end you, it prepared you. You are not wounded, you are awakened. The soul doesn't shine despite the cracks, it shines because of them. We'd love to hear your thoughts. If you're not sure what to say, just type, I trust every twist, in the comments. 2. You were delayed to be divinely aligned. There are seasons in life when nothing seems to move. Doors stay closed. Efforts feel unseen. You wait, and wait, and wait. Doubt creeps in. You wonder, is this punishment? Have I been forgotten? But what if the life you wanted wasn't delayed but protected? Buddhist wisdom teaches us that not yet is often the greatest gift. It's hard to see this when plans crumble or when the world applauds others while you sit in stillness. But timing isn't always about readiness for action. Sometimes it's about readiness of being. The universe doesn't move on your clock, it moves by alignment. Imagine the bamboo tree. For years, it grows silently and invisibly underground. No leaves, no sign, just roots deepening. Then almost overnight, it shoots up with incredible speed. What seems like sudden success was quiet preparation all along. You too may be in your root-building phase, not visible, not celebrated, but essential. In Buddhism, this is patience without resistance. Life isn't testing you, It's teaching you to trust what can't be seen yet, to surrender control. As you breathe in now, silently say, As you breathe out, whisper, in perfect timing, feel the tightness begin to soften. There is sacred power in delay. It makes you reflect. It deepens insight. It carves out strength you didn't know you had. When what you want doesn't come immediately, you start to question what you truly need. This is how desire matures into wisdom. I remember talking with someone devastated when a job slipped through their fingers. They felt betrayed by life. But months later, a new door opened, one that fit their values, their peace, their growth, in ways the other never could. That no was a divine not yet. That delay became a turning point. What if your current waiting is sacred preparation? What are you being shaped to carry? Write it down. Let that question breathe inside you. You are not left behind. You are being realigned. If these words resonate, like this video, subscribe, and comment. What have you been waiting for, and what is that delay teaching you? Let this truth echo gently within you. Nothing is coincidence. The universe is not late. It is deliberate, patient, loving. The path you're walking was never meant to be rushed. It was meant to prepare you. Some detours aren't distractions. They're directions guiding you toward the life that's already yours, just not yet revealed. What falls away reveals what cannot be taken. There comes a time when something you cherish begins to slip through your fingers, a relationship you nurtured, a role you gave your all to, a dream you carried for years, suddenly begins to unravel, and the question stings deep. Why now? Why this? When I loved it the most? It feels like betrayal, but perhaps it's not life betraying you. Perhaps it's life beginning to reveal you. In Buddhist wisdom, impermanence is not a curse. It is a compass. Everything that falls away makes space for what cannot be lost. What is truly yours cannot be taken. What leaves was never meant to stay. What remains, that is your truth. Think of the tree in autumn. It sheds its leaves, not because it is dying, but because it is preparing for something deeper, a quiet blooming. The tree doesn't resist the fall. It releases, and in that surrender, it prepares its roots for the next season. In your life too, things may be falling not apart, but into alignment. Imagine your heart as a tree. Close your eyes. See the branches stretching wide. Now gently release one leaf, just one. Let it float down slowly. Let it go without judgment, without blame. Breathe. This is how healing begins, not by holding on tighter, but by learning when to let go. I remember a time I clung tightly to something I had outgrown. A version of myself shaped by fear. I tried to hold the job, the role, the identity, but the more I clutched, the more life whispered, "This no longer holds you." And the moment I allowed it to fall, something profound happened. I didn't collapse, I opened. I realized that loss is not the absence of love. It is often its evolution. What have you been holding on to that no longer holds you? What space is quietly opening because of your release? Sit with these questions. Don't rush. Let the answers rise like spring from the silence of winter. And if you've ever felt like life took something away from you, unfairly, pause. It may have been a form of grace too deep for words. You see, the soul doesn't grow through accumulation. It grows through subtraction, through space, through silence, through falling leaves. If these words awaken something in you, please like this video, subscribe, and in the comments share. What is one thing you are finally ready to let fall away? Remember this. The universe doesn't punish, it prunes, it removes to reveal. What falls was never meant to define you. What stays, that is your essence. And nothing real can ever be lost. 4. Rejection is the universe's recalibration. There are moments in life that feel like slamming doors. Rejections echo in the chambers of your heart. You didn't get the job. They didn't choose you. The opportunity vanished, just as you were reaching for it. In that stillness, you may whisper, "Why me?" But pause. What if that no was never meant to break you, but to bend you towards something better? In the calm light of Buddhist wisdom, rejection isn't punishment, it's redirection. A closed door protects you from the fire behind it. Not every path is meant to be walked. Not every desire is meant to unfold, but every experience, even the painful ones, unfolds with meaning, with perfect precision, even if you cannot see it now. A river doesn't stop flowing when a rock blocks its path. It doesn't mourn. It doesn't resist. It simply curves softly, powerfully, carving a new way forward. And eventually, that new path leads the river to the ocean. Life works this way too. When you're pushed away from something, it's often so you can flow more freely towards something else. Think back to the last time life told you no. Maybe it was a door you felt sure should open, or someone you loved who turned away. Breathe into the possibility that the no was really a greater yes, waiting to reveal itself in its own timing. Sometimes it takes life's intervention to help you see it. I remember a time when I chased a path with all my heart, convinced it was my destiny. But no matter how hard I pressed forward, I met resistance. It was painful, it felt personal, yet in time, clarity emerged. That rejection had set me free. It opened the way to a deeper purpose, to peace, and to alignment I didn't know I was missing. Ask yourself, what if your greatest detour was actually your clearest direction? What unexpected beauty has blossomed from your most painful no? Take time to reflect on that. Let its meaning rise gently within you. Often what we call disappointment becomes the place where our true path begins. If you're in the midst of rejection right now, breathe. Don't fight the current. Trust where it's taking you. Life never misplaces people. It repositions them. Sometimes being denied what you thought you wanted is the greatest compassion the universe could show. If this message resonates, pause and share what rejection, in hindsight, became your greatest blessing. Like this video and subscribe for more moments of mindful clarity. Remember, the universe doesn't block to punish, it blocks to guide. Trust the current. It knows where you're meant to go. 5. The soul chooses growth, not comfort. There's a reason peace often arrives after the storm. Not because storms are cruel, but because they are sacred, necessary. The soul isn't seeking comfort, it seeks expansion. And by nature that expansion stretches us beyond what feels safe or easy. Like the lotus, which doesn't bloom in clean water, we rise petal by trembling petal from the mud. We're taught to chase comfort, to seek out the light, and avoid the struggle. But the soul is wiser. It leads us into the unknown, into discomfort, into growth. Transformation rarely comes in the form of peace. It often arrives disguised as pressure, confusion. Think of a time when everything fell apart, not quietly, but suddenly. In that moment, it felt like the end, like failure. But when the dust settled, something new rose from the ruins. A deeper truth, a surprising strength, a version of you that hadn't existed before. This is the soul's path. It doesn't move in straight lines. It spirals, returning to old wounds not to punish, but to reveal how much you've grown. It breaks comfort, not out of unkindness, but because comfort alone can't make you whole. The soul isn't here to keep you safe. It is here to help you awaken. Close your eyes. Sit with this for a moment. Ask gently, what is my soul trying to become? Allow the answer to whisper from within. Perhaps it longs for more courage, more honesty, more compassion. Know this, growth never comes without some shedding, some mud, a little mess. Where are you resisting discomfort instead of welcoming growth? Is there a part of your life you're desperately trying to hold together when maybe it's meant to fall apart? Pain is not punishment. Suffering is never senseless. Every emotion, every loss, every struggle has something to teach you. Every challenge is shaping you, and every storm you survive cleanses something that no longer belongs. Breathe into the discomfort. Sit with it. Don't run. The deeper the ache, the greater the transformation it holds. Like bamboo that cracks before it rises, you are not breaking, you are being reshaped. If these words touch something quiet within you, let them move you. Like this video, subscribe for more spiritual wisdom, and share in the comments What part of you is being reborn through struggle? Remember, nothing is coincidence. Not even the storms, especially not the storms. The soul always knows what it came here to become. We'd love to hear your thoughts. If you're not sure what to say, simply type "I trust every twist" in the comments. 6. Everything you lose returns as wisdom. Not everything you lose is truly gone. Some things return, not as people or possessions, but as wisdom, clarity, a quiet knowing that could not have been born without the ache of absence. Loss often feels like a thief. It arrives uninvited, takes what was precious, and leaves you in silence. But if you stay long enough in that silence, you begin to sense something softer, something sacred emerging. We imagine loss as the end, but it is so often the beginning, the soul's doorway into deeper seeing. Like a teacup once full and now spilled across the floor, we mourn what is, yet it's only through the emptying that there's space for a finer brew. Not always sweeter, but always wiser, and wisdom, unlike comfort, stays with you. Think of a loss you've carried, a person, a dream, a moment you thought you'd never recover from. What did it take from you? And now, what has it given you? Perhaps it's strength, compassion, a deeper capacity to sit with others who are grieving. Perhaps it revealed who you truly are when everything else falls away. We're often afraid to let go, but life in its quiet design knows when something has served its purpose. What falls away often falls away right on time, even if we don't recognize the schedule. We resist, we beg it to stay, and in doing so, we can forget that nothing meant for your growth will ever truly leave you. It returns, not as what it was, but as understanding. Close your eyes, bring to mind a deep loss. Imagine it as a lantern. What did it illuminate in your life? What truths did it force you to see? Maybe it showed you the value of presence, the fragility of time, the wonder of loving without guarantees. Perhaps it made you softer, braver. What wisdom did your most painful goodbye give you? And now, how do you live differently because of it? Breathe gently. Inhale and make space for whatever rises within you. Exhale and let go of wishing things had gone another way. They unfolded as they needed to, not to punish you, but to wake you. Loss will visit us all, but suffering becomes sacred when we allow it to teach us, when we don't just endure it but transform through it. Life moves not in straight lines, but in spirals of learning and letting go. If these words open something inside you, offer yourself a moment of stillness and let them settle. Like this video, subscribe for more Buddhist-inspired insight, and share in the comments what wisdom your losses have left behind. What loss gave you your deepest wisdom? Remember, what you lose today may one day return as light. 7. The people who leave you leave lessons behind. Some people come into our lives like shooting stars, brilliant, unforgettable, and gone almost as soon as they appear. Though we grieve their departure, their impact lingers in subtle but profound ways. Their lesson, their presence, cracked open something essential within you. Not every relationship is meant to last. Sometimes their purpose is not in permanence, but in awakening a new truth or strength that you couldn't reach alone. These people act as mirrors, briefly illuminating parts of your spirit that needed to be seen. Their presence stirs change, encourages growth, or even teaches boundaries through pain or betrayal. And when they leave, the heart aches, but the soul gradually turns that loss into wisdom. In hindsight, the laughter, the hurt, the confusion, all of it begins to make sense. The goodbye itself becomes transformative, shifting grief into gratitude and emptiness into meaning. If you sit quietly and think of someone who is no longer by your side, you might find that their absence taught you what their presence never could. Maybe you gained resilience, self-love, or the knowledge that you can open your heart again. No encounter is an accident. Everyone who crosses your path leaves footprints, even after they're gone. Let go of the idea that only lasting relationships shape us. Sometimes the most powerful changes come from those who were brief but brilliant in our story. Whether it was the guidance from a stranger, a short-lived relationship, or the friend who parted ways too soon, let the wisdom they left behind become a guiding light. 8. The universe doesn't punish, it redirects. When life closes a door, takes away a dream, or pulls someone from your grasp, it can feel like a cruel twist of fate. We ask, why me? But the universe isn't acting with spite, it's guiding you. What appears as misfortune on the surface may, with time, reveal itself as loving realignment. Like a sailor adjusting their course as the wind changes, sometimes you're pushed off your planned path, only to discover better horizons ahead. Dharma flows, adapting and bending, never forgetting where you are truly meant to go. Even when you feel lost, you are still being led, just not in the way you expected. Painful detours are not defeats. Often they're the universe's way of protecting you from what would have broken you and gently urging you toward what will truly become you. Loss, rejection, and redirection are not punishments. They are pivots, invitations to trust in the unfolding design of your life. As you reflect, place a hand over your heart. Breathe. Remind yourself, I am still being led. Even now. Even through this. Let your longing turn to learning and your grief to gratitude. Trust that even shooting stars leave light to guide your next steps. We often mistake slow chapters for signs of unworthiness. We label heartbreak as karma, setbacks as punishment. But what if the universe isn't shutting you out? What if it's pulling you deeper in? Gently ask yourself, what pain have I misread as failure? Was it the job that slipped through my fingers? The relationship that dissolved? The timing that never quite aligned? Now consider this. Could it have been divine instruction? Could that very no be shaping a yes you have yet to understand? In Buddhist teaching, the law of Dharma isn't about rewards or punishment, it's about awakening. Every experience is a bell calling you home to your true path. The louder the pain, the clearer the call. If only you pause and truly listen, you are not being punished, you are being positioned. Perhaps the universe whispered softly before, but you didn't hear, so it sent a stronger wind. Not to break you, but to shatter the illusion of control. So something deeper can guide you now. Not your plans, but your presence. Not your ego, but your essence. So breathe. Let go of needing it to make sense today. Release the blame. You are still in motion. You are still on course. This detour is not a delay. It is a deeper way. If these words touched something within you, please like this video. Subscribe for more Buddhist-rooted reflections. And in the comments, share what detour in your life now feels like a redirection. Remember, the wind may change, but the soul always finds its way home. 9. The quieter you become, the more life speaks. Sometimes the loudest noise in life isn't outside us, but echoes within. All day long, we chase answers. What should I do? Where should I go? What's next? But maybe we've been looking in the wrong direction. Perhaps the guidance we seek isn't out there at all, but quietly waiting inside. The soul has its own language. It doesn't shout. It doesn't rush. It whispers. And only in stillness can we truly hear it. Like a muddy pond that becomes clear only when left undisturbed. Your mind finds clarity, not through effort, but through calm. The more still you become, the clearer life begins to speak. Take a moment right now. Sit in silence, even for a few minutes. Breathe slowly. Don't try to fix anything. Don't chase the thoughts that come and go. Just be with what arises. That ache in your chest, it has a voice. That longing you keep ignoring, it carries wisdom. That restlessness, it might be trying to guide you towards something you've forgotten to feel. Ask yourself gently, when was the last time I truly listened? Not to the world around me, not to opinions or noise, but to the quiet pull of my own being. The world may reward speed, but the soul blooms in slowness. Some of the most important truths don't arrive like lightning bolts. They come like morning mist, soft, subtle, and sacred. What if the very guidance you're seeking has been trying to find you, not through noise but through silence? The clamor of expectations, urgency, and fear often drowns out the wisdom you need most. Maybe your next step isn't about more thinking, but about deeper listening. Buddhist wisdom reminds us, insight isn't something you earn, it's something you uncover. It has always been there, beneath the surface, waiting in your breath, in your body, in your quiet. But you must become still enough to remember. So today, give yourself that gift. Sit quietly, close your eyes, breathe in peace, breathe out everything else. For a few minutes, trust that this silence is not emptiness, it's space, sacred space. And in that space, your truth can rise. Because the quieter you become, the more life speaks. If this reflection stirs a sense of peace within you, let it settle. Like this video, subscribe for more soul-rooted Buddhist wisdom, and in the comments, share what has silence revealed to you that noise never could. Stillness is not absence, it's presence at its most powerful. Let it guide you, let it ground you, let it speak. 10. What you're chasing may be what you must become first. There's a longing in your heart, a vision, a dream, a quiet ache for more. You chase it as if it's a distant mountain, believing peace or fulfillment lies somewhere out ahead. But what if that mountain isn't waiting for you to arrive, but for you to become? What if it only opens to the one who desire, without readiness, brings suffering, and sometimes the universe, in its subtle wisdom, delays not out of cruelty, but compassion. A locked door isn't always rejection. Sometimes it's protection. Just as fruit picked too early sours in the hand, what we chase before we're truly ready only leads to disappointment. The delay is an invitation to grow into the one able to hold what you seek. Close your eyes now. Breathe gently. Imagine the version of yourself who already carries your deepest desire. How do they move? What burdens have they let go of? You'll find it's not just about what you're chasing, but who you must become to receive it, with grace, without fear, without attachment. The soul doesn't care for shortcuts. It knows gold is not waiting at the summit, but is found in the climb itself. Every struggle, every painful pause, every rejection shapes away what you aren't, so your true self can emerge. The more you resist the lesson, the longer it takes to become. But when you stop asking, when will I get it, and start asking, what must I learn, the doors begin to shift. Buddhist teaching reminds us, transformation is not about achievement, but about alignment. The outer world mirrors the inner state. So the question is not how do I reach my desire, but am I becoming the one who can hold it with grace? What you seek is not outside of you, it is encoded within you as a seed. That longing is just your future self, calling you forward. Let go of timelines, release the urge to race forward or force events. Instead, lean into your own becoming. Ask yourself lovingly, who must I become to receive what I want? And more importantly, which part of that transformation am I still resisting? Maybe it's letting go of old stories. Maybe it's finding the courage to feel what's unprocessed. Maybe it's building the discipline to stay when it's hard. But trust this, what you are chasing is not running from you. It is patiently waiting for you to rise, to soften, to become. When you do, there will be no more need to chase. You will meet it calmly, powerfully, and deservingly, because you'll have finally become the one it was always meant for. 11. You are already walking the path you once prayed for. We often carry a strange blindness when we rush through life. We pass through answered prayers, as if they are just another step, not realizing the ground beneath us is sacred. What you have now, those peaceful moments, the friends or loved ones beside you, the quiet strength within, these were once things you whispered for in the dark. But the mind, always hungry for more, keeps scanning ahead, asking what's next. And in doing so, we often forget to kneel in gratitude for the now. Imagine a traveler who never sets down their map, arriving at the village, breathing in the blossoms, feeling the sun, but always searching, missing the destination because their eyes never rest. This is how many of us live, walking the path we once prayed for, too focused on the future to feel its grace under our feet. Pause now, breathe, name 3 things in your life today that were once simply hopes. Perhaps a cherished relationship, a healed wound, a quiet morning, a meaningful project, or simply your own growth. These are not small things, they are proof your prayers have been heard. The universe has been listening all along. But to feel that miracle, you must slow down enough to receive it. Many are searching for fulfillment while standing exactly where it lives. Have you paused to truly receive what you already have? Have you let yourself fully arrive? The soul wants more than achievement, it longs for presence. Presence is where joy, gratitude, and contentment flourish. Buddhist teaching reminds us, the present moment is always enough. The sacred is not somewhere distant, it is here, in your breath, in the sound of morning birds, in the softness of a loved one's hand, in the memory of what you survived. Miracles are not loud, they are quiet and easily missed if you rush past. So today, ask yourself, not what you lack, but what you hold now. Not just where you're heading, but where you've already been guided. Maybe you can let the searching rest for a while. Maybe you are already here, and that is holy. When you stop looking only ahead, beauty blooms at your feet. The life you once prayed for may already be your reality. Now is the time to feel it, honor it, and whisper, thank you. Bonus lesson, the one meant for you, is already on their way. There's a quiet truth your soul knows, though your mind may forget, what you seek is seeking you too. We spend so much of life reaching, running, and yearning for love, meaning, belonging. But beneath all that striving, something deeper is unfolding, a mysterious, divine choreography, timed not at random, but with gentle purpose. The sacred always finds its seeker, not through force but through alignment. Imagine a flame in the wind. The wind does not chase the flame, nor the flame the wind, and yet their meeting is certain by design. Trust that what is meant for you is already moving toward you, just as you are moving toward it. There is no need to chase, only to become, to remain open, and to allow life's quiet wisdom to gently align it all in time. They move with their own rhythm, sometimes together, sometimes apart, but always, there is a gravity between them, drawing them back toward one another. This is the quiet rhythm of the universe. What is meant for you isn't standing still, it's moving toward you just as you move toward it. But often, the more desperately we chase, the more we push it away. When we search from fear, our path grows hazy. When we search from lack, our eyes become clouded. There is another way, still yet certain. A way where you are the magnet, not the chaser. It begins by becoming still enough to receive. Take a deep breath, whisper quietly within. What is mine is already finding me. Say it again, not as a wish, but as a quiet remembering, because it is true. What if you no longer needed to chase? What if you trusted that the threads are already being pulled together, that love, purpose, and clarity are not tucked behind locked doors, but walking toward you in their own time? Stillness is not idleness, it is trust, it is power. Within the silence of your heart, you create space for the arrival of the right person, the right opportunity, the deeper wisdom. These gifts come not through noise, but through presence. Can you make room for them? What beauty might emerge from your stillness? What clarity might rise when you release your grip and simply allow? You do not need to perform your worthiness. You already are worthy, and that quiet truth alone is enough to attract what is truly yours. As the sacred texts remind us, what is yours cannot miss you, and what misses you was never meant to stay. Let the wind carry its gifts. Let the dance unfold. Let the mystery work itself through your stillness. You are not waiting. You are aligned. The path, the love, the healing, what is meant for you is already on its way. And perhaps it's closer than you think. All you must do is be here, open and present. When it arrives, The moment that broke you was the moment that opened you. Pain isn't a punishment, it's an awakening. The greatest growth emerges through unexpected cracks in your life. What breaks you can also set you free. Healing is hidden in the places you once avoided. You were delayed to be divinely aligned. Not everything you're hoping for is being withheld. Often, life holds things back to give them at precisely the right moment. Delay is not denial, it's divine orchestration. Trust the unseen timing. What falls away reveals what cannot be taken. When something leaves your life, it may be creating space for something more aligned. Nothing real can ever be lost. Letting go allows truth to rise. You're not losing, but clearing the way. Rejection is the universe's recalibration. A closed door isn't always a loss. It can be protection. What you thought was a setback may be life's way of guiding you back to your true path. Redirection is a hidden form of grace. The soul chooses growth, not comfort. Trust this path. Trust the pauses and the unfolding. Every detour and delay is part of the tapestry of your becoming. The one meant for you, the answer you seek, the life you long for. They're all finding their way to you, quietly, tenderly, in their own time. Your only task is to be present, awake, and at peace in the waiting. Comfort doesn't awaken the spirit, challenge does. Growth calls for discomfort and courage. Your soul isn't here to stay safe, it's here to evolve. Embrace discomfort as the true price of transformation. Everything you lose returns as wisdom. Loss is not the end, it's the beginning of deeper understanding. Every ending carries the seed of inner clarity. What is taken away often comes back as strength, compassion, and profound knowing. The people who leave you, leave lessons behind. Not everyone is meant to stay forever. Some souls appear briefly, to deliver a message, shift your direction, or reflect your hidden wounds. Their leaving often teaches you what their presence could not. The universe doesn't punish, it redirects. Suffering isn't always a sign of failure. Sometimes it's a spiritual correction. Life doesn't break you from cruelty, but moves you out of necessity, guiding you to where you truly belong. The quieter you become, the more life speaks. Stillness uncovers what noise conceals. When you slow down, wisdom naturally rises. The answers you've been chasing begin to surface in silence. Inner peace speaks where outer chaos ends. What you're chasing may be what you need to become first. You can't hold what you haven't grown ready to carry. Often, desires come before readiness. Become that person first, and what you seek will follow. You are already walking the path you once prayed for. Often we overlook the miracles unfolding now. What once felt impossible may now be your reality. Gratitude grounds you. Awareness brings presence to the blessings already here. The one meant for you is already on their way. What you seek is already moving toward you. The timing may not be yours to control, but trust always is. Letting go allows life to deliver what belongs to your soul, without There comes a moment in your journey when you see not a single step was wasted. Heartbreaks, delays, quiet seasons of confusion, they all built your spiritual architecture. Life was never working against you, it was working through you. In Buddhist wisdom, this is the sacred dance of karma and dharma, where every cause carries purpose, and every effect holds hidden blessing. What seems like coincidence is often divine silence wearing a gentle disguise. The people you met, the losses you suffered, the unexpected turns, they all aligned you with what you were meant to awaken into. Peace is not found in controlling the story, but in trusting that you are held by wisdom, deeper than the mind can grasp. There is a sacred intelligence shaping your chaos into calm. Everything that comes to you is a teacher. Everything that leaves is a liberation. Walk gently. Trust your timing. Honor your unfolding. You are not late. You are not lost. You are arriving moment by moment into the life that has always been waiting for you. If this message touched your heart, remember to like and share this video. We'd love to hear your reflections in the comments. Subscribe to Insightful Journey for more inspiring Buddhist insights on living a peaceful, purposeful life. Your timing was perfect.